All right. So good evening. We're going to start the class. Today we're going to start week number 2. All right, week number 2. So the following homework, you already know that you need to click on week number 2, no week number 1, because week number 1 is over. We're going to start week number 2. So the topic for today's lesson, guys, is frequency adverbs. I know that we studied this topic in the previous module, but today we're going to study the topic in detail, all right? So do you remember when do we use frequency adverbs? Peñate?
Vamos a ver el apunte.
Come on, don't you remember?
El que nos jodió a todos, ese estamos hablando.
Frequency adverbs. Frequency adverbs, frequency adverbs.
Always.
Always, some,
Example.
okay? When do we use them?
Don't. Usually, often.
When do we use them? Let's see if you remember.
Usually, normally.
Is frequency.
Exactly, right? We use them to say how often or how much we do something, okay?
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, Lil. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Great. Thank you. All right. So let me show you a video. Can you see my screen?
Teacher, what is the topic?
Frequency adverbs.
Okay.
Frequency adverbs. Okay, here we go, guys.
Extra English practice. Hi, everybody. Today we want to talk about adverbs of frequency. These are words that we use in simple present to talk about how often or how much we do something. Today we're going to look at some of these adverbs of frequency, starting with the word always. Always means you do it all of the time, 100% of the time, always. So for example, I always, every day, always.
Yo me acuerdo de la nota también. Quizás cuando no anotan los días que no anotaba. No, eso no lo hemos visto.
So for example, I usually get up early. So I get up early on the weekdays, Monday to Friday, but on the weekends, I don't. So most of the time, usually, I get up early. So another one that's similar to usually is often. Often has a letter T, which sometimes we pronounce and sometimes we don't. Some people say it, some people don't. So if you hear often and often, it's the same word. Yeah. Often means a little bit less than usually, so maybe around 70, 75% of the time. So most of the time. For example, I could say I often ride my bike to work. Not always, because if it's raining or I woke up really tired or maybe it's really hot, then I don't. But most of the time, I often ride my bike to work. Yeah. Next is sometimes. Sometimes is about 50% of the time. So I sometimes in the evening watch TV and I sometimes read a book. Whatever I feel like. Yeah. Sometimes this, sometimes that. I don't have a preference one way or the other. Great. Next is rarely. So rarely means something that we don't do very often. Maybe about 20% of the time or less, anywhere before 0. I could say I rarely eat breakfast. I don't really like breakfast. I don't know why. Breakfast is so good. I know. That's what everyone tells me. But most days I don't eat breakfast. So I rarely eat breakfast. Good example. but also bad examples.
Don't follow my dietary habit examples.
And the last one is never. This is something you do 0% of the time. I never drink coffee. I don't like it. I don't like the taste. I don't like the caffeine. So I never drink coffee.
All right. Great.
So just a few more examples.
All right, guys. So here you have some frequency adverbs. We have more, okay? We have a couple of more frequency adverbs, but let's start with these ones, right? Always, I mean, refers to something that you do like every day, all the time. And never is the converse, right? It refers to something that you do 0% of the time, okay? Never. So, but in between, we have usually, often. Remember that the pronunciation for this frequency adverb can be either with the letter T or without the letter T. So you can say often, so you do not pronounce the letter T, or you can say often, but both are acceptable, okay? I always say often. I do not pronounce the letter T, right? But if you pronounce it, it's okay. We have sometimes, rarely, okay? That refers to something that you don't do that often, okay? But it's not like 0% of the time, okay? So it's 20% or maybe less, but not 0, okay? So I'm going to write down on the chat something that I always do and something that I never do, okay? For example, I always wear my glasses. And that's true, okay? All the time, I wear my glasses. If I don't wear my glasses, I can't see. All right, it's difficult for me to see. So that's why I need them all the time. And I never drink milk. I never drink milk because I don't like it, right? I don't like milk. So now I want you to use the chat, and I want you to write down your own examples, okay? Your own examples. I want you to write down your own examples using always and never, okay? Please do it right now. Give me your examples. Write on the chat right now. Write on the chat. I want to see your examples, your sentences, using always or never, okay? Okay, Lil says, I always drink coffee. Okay, all right. Coffee, Lil, remember that is with double E, right? C-O-F-F-E-E, right?
It's true.
Okay, all right. It's true.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Rogelio says, I always drink, I always drive my motorcycle. I always ride, Rogelio. You ride your motorcycle. You drive a car, you can drive a car, you can ride a motorcycle.
Right.
Yes, ride.
Okay. Thank you.
Piñate says, I never drink coffee because I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, Piñate, I don't like it. Tanya says, I always drink coffee every day. Okay, coffee every day. Ever, I always take a shower before going to bed. before going to bed. Okay, I sometimes take a shower before going to bed. Let's see. Miguel, I always get up at about 6:30 a.m. very early in the morning. Okay, Boris, you? Who are you referring to? You always come to class late. ¿A quién se está refiriendo when you say you? You always come to class late.
Nadie en particular.
Okay, so it's I.
Only exam.
Oh, okay, it's just an example. Okay, it's just an example. Okay. All right, Lenin, I am never late for class. Okay, yes, you're always on time, Lenin. Nicolas, I always get up at 4:30. Okay, why do you get up so early, Nicolas? Okay, Gabby says, I always get up early. Max, I never eat pineapple. Why, Max? Why don't you like pineapple? Max?
I don't know, teacher.
You don't
Before
like
my
Okay, Cesar, I always walk in the park. Tanya, I never watch a scary movie. Okay. I never watch soap operas. Okay, Kevin, all right, good. Thomas, I always drink water before exercising. Thomas, before exercising. That is the correct form. Miguel, I never sleep more than 8 hours. Okay, I only sleep like 6 hours or 7 hours. Sometimes 4.
Teacher,
Yes.
repeat please.
Okay, Thomas, you said I always drink water before go to exercise. But the correct form is I always drink water before exercising. Before
Okay,
exercising.
thanks.
Okay, all right. Miguel, Jose Miguel, I never drink beers. Okay. Why, Miguel? Okay, I always visit. Beers are delicious. I always visit my parents.
Es malo para la salud.
Oh, come on, but a couple is
Solo
nothing.
en canasto no toma, dice.
Okay, Jose Torres, I always have breakfast at 7 o'clock. Okay. Marvin, I never listen to reggaeton music. Okay, me neither. I don't like it, right? I don't like reggaeton music. And Gabriela, Gabby says, I never ride, Gabby, ride. You ride a motorcycle, Gabby. You ride a motorcycle. You drive a car.
What is the difference between ride and drive?
The vehicle, that is the difference. The transportation. You can drive a car, you can drive a truck, you can drive a taxi, right? A bus, but you ride a motorcycle, you ride a horse. Okay, you ride a motorcycle, you ride a horse. Mario says, I never smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes. So what do you smoke, Mario? Dice que no fuma cigarros, pero sí fuma algo más. I never smoke cigarette. You are You are being really specific. I never smoke cigarettes, but maybe you smoke something else.
Life.
Okay, I never play the guitar. Okay. Miguel Cruz says, I always prefer tequila to beer. Okay, all right. Boris, I never do exercise. I never do exercise. Right, same case here. Okay, guys, good. Let's continue with the video.
Caffeine, so I never drink coffee. Great. So just a few more examples. First of all, I never ride a bicycle.
You never ride a bicycle?
I forget how to ride a bicycle.
I'll teach you one day.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I sometimes take the bus, but I usually drive a car when I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
How about you?
I usually ride my bike if I'm going to a friend's house or work or the store, most of the time. Not in the Canadian winter, but I sometimes take the bus, like you. If it's too rainy or I'm tired or it's late at night, I'll take the bus. And I never drive a car. No, I have a license, but I really hate it, so I haven't done it in years. Never.
You don't have a car? I don't have a bike?
Yeah. Opposites.
Okay, let's do a little listening activity. You'll see some words on the screen, a little story, and there are words missing. Those blank spaces, there are 10 of them, are for adverbs of frequency. So just get a piece of paper and write numbers 1 to 10, and as you listen, fill in the words you hear. Always something.
Okay, guys. So let's do this exercise. This is a listening activity, right? You have a small story right here or a paragraph, okay? But as you can see, we have some blanks, right? From number 1 to number 10. So I want you to write the numbers from number 1 to number 10 on a piece of paper or on your notebook, okay? And then you're going to listen to the complete story. And for example, if you hear right here, sometimes you write down the correct frequency adverb. If you hear right here for number 2, always, okay, you write down always. So you complete the paragraph, okay? But now write numbers from 1 to 10 on your notebook. Okay, do it right now. Do you have the numbers? Just the numbers, guys. It's not necessary to write down the complete paragraph. Just the numbers, just the numbers.
Ready.
Done?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Listen to the story carefully and fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Here we go.
Sometimes, never, rarely. Okay, great. Here we go. In the morning, I usually wake up naturally. Sometimes my husband or children will wake me. I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, I always check the time. Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. But sometimes I get up right away. When I get up, I always go to the bathroom first. Then I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning. Usually I eat eggs, but sometimes I eat oatmeal or fruit.
One more time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
One more time, please.
verbs of frequency. So just get a piece of paper and write numbers 1 to 10. And as you listen, fill in the words you hear. Always, sometimes, never, rarely. Okay? Here we go. In the morning, I usually wake up naturally. Sometimes my husband or children will wake me. I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, I always check the time. Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. But sometimes I get up right away. When I get up, I always go to the bathroom first. Then I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning. Usually I eat eggs, but sometimes I eat oatmeal or fruit.
What about this time? Or you want to listen to it one more time? One more time?
Please, teacher.
Yes,
Please,
teacher.
teacher.
One more time, please.
And as you listen, fill in the words you hear. Always, sometimes, never, rarely. Okay? Great. Here we go. In the morning, I usually wake up naturally. Sometimes my husband or children will wake me. I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, I always check the time. Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. But sometimes I get up right away. When I get up, I always go to the bathroom first. Then I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning. Usually I eat eggs, but sometimes I eat oatmeal or fruit. Now,
Okay, what about this time? You have the 10 frequency adverbs, yes? Or you want to listen to it one more time?
Oh,
Okay, all right, guys. So we're gonna check the answers.
now listen again and check your answers. In the morning, I usually wake up naturally. Sometimes my husband or children will wake me. I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, I always check the time. Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. But sometimes I get up right away. When I get up, I always go to the bathroom first. Then I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning. Usually I eat eggs, but sometimes I eat oatmeal or fruit.
Okay. Do you have them all correct? All correct?
all correct.
Okay, great job. Great job. Okay. So now let's take a look at this story and let's talk about new vocabulary, right? Do you see new words in the story, in the paragraph? New words? New words, guys? New words?
Oatmeal.
Meal.
Uh, I eat oatmeal or fruit.
Ah, oatmeal. Oatmeal, the pronunciation is oat. Okay, let me write down the pronunciation on the chat. Oatmeal. And oatmeal is cereal with milk and bananas. Cereal with milk and bananas. Sometimes you can add seeds, right? Or nuts, right? So, but it's basically this, right? Cereal with milk and bananas. Okay. Do you like oatmeal, Lil, for breakfast?
Yes, I like it.
All right. Okay. How often do you have oatmeal, Lil, for breakfast? How often?
Um, three, three once a week.
3 times a week.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So any other word, guys?
Greet.
Greet. Okay. Greet is a verb. Peñate, greet is the verb. And when you greet, you say, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hello. So you greet. All right. I greet my family. So she says, good morning. Okay, that's greeting. Okay. Any other word? What about right away? Right away.
Eso le iba a decir.
What about right away? Right away means immediately. Okay.
Quickly.
Right away. Immediately. That is the meaning of right away. Immediately. Right now. No more questions?
Sit. Sit and alarm.
Ah, said.
Set.
Said. Okay. All right, Tanya. If you set an alarm, you program your alarm. Okay, Tanya?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to the listening. ¿Quién tiene el micrófono abierto? Okay, thank you. All right.
So just get a piece of paper and write numbers 1 to 10. And as you listen, fill in the words you hear. Always, sometimes, never, rarely. Okay, great. Here we go.
Okay, guys. Now we're gonna do is that you're going to listen to the recording, right? And you're going to, but all of a sudden, I'm going to pause the video. So I'm going to choose a person, and that person needs to repeat, okay, the same sentence or the same phrase, but exactly as you hear it. Exactly as you hear it. So try to imitate. Try to imitate this girl who is speaking. Okay? All right, here we go. Pay close attention.
In the morning, I usually wake up naturally.
Nico, repeat.
In the morning, I usually wake up naturally.
I usually wake up naturally. Naturally.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes my husband or children will wake me.
Lil,
Yes, teacher.
repeat.
Sometimes my husband or children wake up me.
Wake
We
up me.
wake, we wake, we wake me.
Okay, repeat, repeat.
Sometimes my husband or children will wake me.
Okay. All right. My husband. Husband. Okay.
My husband.
My husband. Husband.
My husband.
Okay. All right.
I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, I always check the time.
Tanya.
I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, no sé qué más.
When I wake up.
When okay. When I wake up, I always check the time.
Okay. Tanya, remember. Set an alarm. Say set.
Set an alarm.
No. Set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
Set an.
Set alarm.
No. Set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
Okay. One more time. Okay. Set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
Okay. One more time, Tanya. Set. Okay. Listen. Set an alarm. Set an. Set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
Uh-huh. Say it again. Say it again.
Set an Set an alarm.
Set an alarm. And what is the
Set
frequency
an alarm.
adverb? What is the frequency adverb here? In number
Rarely.
okay. Rarely.
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 The pronunciation is rarely. Rarely.
Rarely.
Rarely.
Rarely.
Okay. So Tanya, try one more time. I rarely set an alarm.
I rarely set an alarm.
Serana.
I rarely set an alarm.
Okay, there you go. I rarely set an alarm. Set an alarm. Set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
Okay, let's continue.
Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour.
Gabby. Gabby?
Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour.
For another
But for another half an hour. But sometimes I get up right away.
where? Okay, all right. Let's stop right there. Eh, sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. Okay, look, remember that the pronunciation of this word is half. You do not pronounce the letter L, so it's half an hour. And right here, the letter H is silent, right? You do not pronounce it. So it sounds like half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, for another half an hour. Okay? Can you repeat, please, for another half an hour?
Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. But sometimes
Okay.
I get up right away.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Thank you. Okay, let's continue.
but sometimes I get up right away. When I get up, I always go to the bathroom first.
Okay, Rogelio, when I get up,
How
when I get
I
up, when I get up,
I get up when I get up, always go to the bathroom first.
first. Rogelio, first.
First.
First. Okay.
First.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
First.
Then I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning, usually.
Okay. Jose Torres, continue, please.
I always eat breakfast in the morning.
Then I greet my family.
I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning.
Okay. Jose, how do you pronounce this word?
Family.
Say it again.
Family.
Say it again.
Family.
Okay. Let me tell you something. The letter I is not pronounced. So this word has only two syllables, not three,
Family.
only two. So it has only two syllables.
Family.
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 Say it again.
Family.
I greet my family.
I greet my family.
Okay. All right.
Usually I eat eggs, but sometimes I eat oatmeal.
Okay. Thomas.
I always eat breakfast in the morning.
Continue.
Always usually I eat eggs,
Egg.
but
Thomas, eggs.
usually I eat eggs,
Egg.
but egg,
Egg. Egg. Eggs. Eggs.
egg,
Pronounce the letter S. Eggs.
eggs.
Okay, eggs. But
But but always, oh no, but sometimes I eat oatmeal or fruit.
but sometimes I eat oatmeal. Oatmeal.
Oatmeal. Oatmeal.
But sometimes I eat oatmeal
Oatmeal. Meal.
oatmeal or fruit.
Okay, oatmeal or fruit. Okay, there you go.
But
And check your answers. In the morning, I usually wake up naturally. Sometimes my husband or children will wake me. I rarely set an alarm. When I wake up, I always check the time. Sometimes I have extra time, so I sleep again for another half an hour. But sometimes I get up right away. When I get up, I always go to the bathroom first. Then I greet my family. I always eat breakfast in the morning. Usually I eat eggs, but sometimes I eat oatmeal or fruit.
One more practice, a game. We play this game a lot, so you might have seen it before, but it's called Two Truths and a Lie. So what's gonna happen is I will say 3 sentences. 2 of them are true for me. 1 is a lie, not telling the truth. And Larissa's job is to guess which one is the lie. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I always make my bed.
Okay.
So in the morning, I put my bed in the right way again. I never do the dishes. I rarely mop the floor, clean the floor.
Okay, Lenin. You have this, Lenin. You have these three sentences, Lenin. I always make my bed, I never do the dishes, and I rarely mop the floor. So one of these sentences is a lie. So which one or which do you think it's a lie? Which do you think is a lie?
A lie.
Yes, a lie. You know, do you,
Ah, a lie.
do you
A lie. A lie. Lie.
a lie? Yes, a
Lie.
lie. Do you know what a lie is, Lenin?
Mentira.
Yes. Okay, so which one is a lie? According to her, right? Lenin? I don't hear you, Lenin. Lenin, I don't hear you. No, I don't hear you. Ustedes escuchan a Lenin.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
Lenin,
yo creo que es para no contestar.
solo
No,
está
en la
moviendo
boca.
la boca. Malo, Peñate. Okay, well, Peñate, please help me out. Which is a lie? Which one do you think it's a lie? Peñate?
For me.
Uh-huh. Which one do you think it's a lie?
Well, I don't know. I never do this issue.
No, but according to her, not according to you, according to her.
For that, I don't know.
Okay,
I think with that,
try to guess.
I never do the dish. She
Okay.
never do the dishes.
All right, okay. Let's see.
Okay, definitely you do. It's not true that you never wash the dishes because she lives alone. And
I
you
never
would
wash them.
You would run out of dishes.
I just buy paper ones, throw them out.
So that is the lie.
You got
never
it.
wash the dishes.
That's the
But
lie.
wow, you always make your bed?
I always make my bed.
Good for
I
you.
really like to come home after work and see that my bedroom is clean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I rarely make my bed.
that's okay.
Okay, my turn. 3 things. I usually eat something before I go to bed.
Mhm,
I never skip breakfast.
mhm.
And I sometimes cook Japanese food.
Okay. Oscar Amaya.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Which one it's a lie?
I never skip breakfast.
Okay, I never skip breakfast. The meaning of skip, guys, is omit. If you skip, you omit it.
Teacher, me voy ahora.
Ah, ahora sí.
Okay.
Okay. Oops.
Skip.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see if you are right, Oscar.
Okay.
Okay. I think I never skip breakfast is true because she's told me how much she loves breakfast. And I think you sometimes make Japanese food, so I think that eating before bed, you usually eat before bed is a lie.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
I don't know how to cook Japanese food.
No?
No. So I never cook
God.
Japanese food. I like to eat Japanese food.
Me too.
But I don't cook Japanese food.
Maybe one day.
Someday, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to learn to cook Japanese food, Indian food,
Yeah.
Korean food,
Yeah.
Mexican food.
We need some teachers. Okay, I have another one for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I often eat sweet foods. I never eat spicy food, and I rarely drink coffee.
Okay, Miguel Cruz, which one do you think it's a lie?
I often eat sweet foods.
Sweet. I often eat sweet foods. Okay,
Sweet foods.
let's see.
I know you don't like coffee much, so I think the third one is true. Never eat spicy foods? I would guess you sometimes or rarely eat spicy foods, but I don't think number 2 is true. I think it's the lie.
You're right. That's the lie. I don't mind
You were
spicy.
wrong.
Really spicy. I don't like, but a little. You got it. She's smart.
I'm having a good day.
Que no se ponen de acuerdo, teacher.
I used to go to bed before.
Okay.
I often call my sisters who live overseas or abroad in another country, and I rarely eat in a restaurant.
Okay, guys, what is the meaning of overseas? Overseas, if you live or if somebody lives overseas, that person lives in another country. In another country. Overseas. So you can say, for example, oh, my father lives overseas. So maybe your father lives in United States or Canada, right? Or any other country. Okay, that is the meaning of overseas. So, Marvin, which one do you think it's a lie?
Number 2, I often call my sister overseas.
Overseas, okay.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I know she has sisters who live overseas. What was that one you often
call them?
I don't think you often. I think maybe you sometimes call them, but I think that one's a lie.
You're right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good job.
I want to often call them.
You got
but
it.
It's hard with schedules and time zones.
Time zones,
It's hard to call people who live in another country sometimes.
For sure.
And everybody's busy.
Yeah.
But when I call them, we usually talk for a long time.
That's good. Make up for it.
That's right.
Nice. Okay, so you can try this game too. Throw some of your truths and lies in the comments and we'll make some guesses. We're pretty good at it. Sometimes.
Sometimes. You're sometimes good at this game.
Sometimes good at this game. Give it a try.
All right.
Okay, guys. Questions? Questions? No questions? No questions? Okay. No questions. If you don't have any question, I want you to go to Schoology. Go to Schoology, please.
Okay.
And you click on week number 2.
Okay.
Let's practice.
You click on week number 2 and then you click on guía semana 2. Guía semana 2. And then you click on the first. You click on the first link, frequency adverbs. Let me know when you're in.
Okay.
Let me know when you're in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you'll see something like this. Okay, so you'll see something like this. Okay, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to work on this worksheet with your partners. I'm going to create a small groups. So you're gonna work on this worksheet, okay? So frequency adverbs, right? And household chores. Look at this box. You have different household chores. Household chores are activities that we do at home, okay? So for example, does the furniture, take out the rubbish. Rubbish is the same as garbage. Rubbish is the same as garbage. So we have iron the clothes, make the bed, mop the floor, water the plants, do the shopping, sweep the floor, walk the dog, vacuum the floor, set the table, do the washing. Do the washing is the same as do the laundry, okay? Clean the windows and make dinner, okay? And we have these time expressions, like for example, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, on Mondays, on Tuesday, and on Wednesdays. So for example, right here, let's see number 1, you have only 3 words. Okay, well, you have actually 4 words. So my mother, usually, and morning. So what kind of activity is this? What kind of household chore is this? Is made the bed. Okay, so you're going to create, you're going to elaborate the sentences. My mother usually makes the bed in the morning. Okay, look. If you have a third person, you need to modify the verb. My mother usually makes with S at the end because you're talking about or you're referring to a third person. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. Okay, and again, working as a team and you are discussing the answers, all right, please do it in English. Do it in English. Use your English. Okay, don't speak Spanish. Okay. Okay, guys.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
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 Okay, here we go. Join, please. Join, join, join. Rogelio? Rogelio, join.
No me he cargado todavía.
Si gusta, no sé si le gusta que comparta la pantalla.
¿Quién está haciendo la de My Father?
Yo,
¿Y César?
esa.
My neighbor. My neighbor. Neighbor.
Solo vamos a agarrar,
Ah,
yo voy a agarrar la del padre, pero ¿quién la tiene? Voy a
Body.
hacer la otra.
I am sometime afternoon.
I sometimes afternoon.
Please. You're right. You're right. Angus.
Always.
Por favor.
Va a tocar escribir las respuestas, Lil.
Ah, está bien.
Yes.
The first is I sometimes. Why? I sometimes. What?
I sometimes.
I sometimes. Is do the wash? No. Do the
Oh, sweeps in the floor.
sweets on the floor. Ah. Yes. Sweet. What is the meaning sweet? Is a clean? No.
No.
Or sweet is the object.
Is in Spanish barrer.
Ah, okay.
I sometimes sweep on the floor after.
Eso es trapear.
Vacuum the floor.
Vacuum, dijiste. ¿Cómo dijiste?
Vacuum.
Vacuum.
Vacuum, dijiste. Estás de mal genio.
Vacuum the floor. And
Vacuum
sometimes
the floor.
vacuum the floor after.
Yo así oí que dijo, ¿verdad, Lil?
Mate veneno.
Sweeping the floor.
you love each other.
No. No, es que he told us something like that. The pronunciation was wrong.
I sometimes sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor.
Sweep.
The first one.
In the afternoon.
No, the first
The second.
is vacuum.
Yeah.
Vacuum the floor.
Vacuum is the object. How the child.
Yes.
Vacuum means
Vacuum
is
can be an
aspiradora.
adverb for a verb. Yes. And also is the action. And also
And then is I sometimes vacuum the floor.
Yes, I sometimes vacuum the floor in the
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon, yeah.
Lily, reading. Lily.
Yes.
Writing.
Okay.
Right.
Sí.
Creo. My neighbor do the washing. My neighbor always.
Ah, no, pero
No,
yo
no, eso
digo
fue.
en la parte del auxiliar donde está usando el do, no sería my neighbor does the washing.
Yes, you're right, Max.
My neighbor.
Yes, yes, it's third person.
Hey, teacher.
Hey, what's up? I'm here. Ayer me pasó algo en la clase de la noche, la que tengo después de esta, y es que estaban haciendo una actividad, pero estaban trabajando en grupo. Y como siempre los estoy supervisando y entro a un grupo, entonces, y uno de ellos estaba diciendo una gran mala palabra, y como todo esto se graba, estábamos matando de raíces.
No puedo dormir ese pobre.
Hey, teacher.
Hmm?
What is the meaning of my granny? Granny.
Granny is
Con my
grandmother. Granny
Grandmother.
is grandmother.
Grandmother.
Granny.
Is the same.
Yes? Mm-hmm.
No, okay.
My granny usually makes dinner.
Quiere decir que me vas a matar. No, mira, yo tengo mucho dinero. Yo pago lo que tú quieras.
Did you finish, Peñate?
Oh, not yet.
Okay.
My father.
O sea, ¿continuamos con my father o con my neighbor?
My father never.
Okay.
My name. Okay, my neighbor.
My father never sweep the floor.
My neighbor. My neighbor what?
My neighbor.
My neighbor.
Do
the washing.
Do the washing.
Do or does?
Do.
Does.
No, because do is a verb.
Okay.
Yes, Lenin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but you have third person.
Third person.
Teacher.
Uh-huh.
My neighbor do the washing?
Does.
Oh.
Remember that my neighbor is third person. So when you have third person, you need to modify the verb.
But do is no verb.
Yes, do is a verb, and you need to modify the verb.
I understand.
Okay.
My neighbor does the washing.
Yes, my neighbor does the washing.
Always.
Always night.
Always in night.
My cousin.
My cousin.
Cousin.
Days of the week in English.
Simple present tense. There are 12 verb.
Did you finish?
No, teacher.
No.
No.
Teacher.
Why? Okay. So let's do it together. Okay, Peñate, what about number 1? Well, this one.
The child.
Yes, this one.
Mm,
Give me the sentence.
I sometimes bake on the floor.
I sometimes what?
Bacon.
Vacuum.
Bacon.
Vacuum.
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 Yes,
Vacuum.
vacuum.
Vacuum. Vacuum.
I sometimes vacuum the floor
In the afternoon.
in the afternoon. Okay, Kevin. My aunt.
My aunt sometimes mop the floor in the morning.
Mops, right?
Mops. Oh, yeah.
Floor in the evening.
In the evening.
Okay, Max. Is your microphone on mute?
My father never iron the clothes. Iron
Irons.
the clothes.
Clothes. My father never irons the clothes. Okay, Jose Torres.
My neighbor always do the washing at night.
My neighbor always do or does?
Does.
Because
So,
it's third person, right?
yes.
My neighbor always does the washing at night. Okay. Miguel, my granny. Granny is grandmother, guys.
Make the dinner.
Okay, my granny usually makes the dinner on Mondays. Okay, Thomas, what about my cousin? Thomas, my cousin always.
Estaba buena la novela.
Take off the rubbish.
Takes.
Sí.
Takes out.
Take
The rubbish.
takes off the rubbish.
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 On Tuesdays. Okay,
Tuesday.
Lil, my brother.
My brother. My brother. No sé si do the washing.
Not really. That is not the activity.
Make the bed.
My brother dust the furniture.
No, my brother does the furniture.
Furniture in the afternoon. Okay. Lil, what about Lucy? Lucy never. Lil.
Sure. Sorry, teacher. I losing never. Please up. Never multi-floor.
Mops.
Oh, no.
I have mop here.
Oh, no, no, no.
This is mopping the floor.
Sweep.
Okay. Sweeps the floor.
Sweet is this saying a mop? No.
No, it's not. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. This is mopping.
Uh-huh.
And this is sweeping.
Ah, okay.
So Lucy never sweeps the floor in the morning.
Una cabina de unos respiradores artificiales que tienen, pero al parecer no.
Y como se está utilizando el tiempo never, no sería como una oración en negativo.
Yeah, it's negative. It's a negative sentence. Yes. But the structure is positive. So you need to modify the verb.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, the context is negative, but the structure of the sentence is like a positive. Okay, so you need to modify the verb.
Okay.
But the verb is sweets.
Yes, sweeps. Okay, Tanya, my uncle always My uncle always
sit the table.
Set
The table.
the table.
Sets the
Okay.
table on Wednesday.
Oops, sorry. On
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. Okay, Andrew always always what?
The shopping.
Do the shopping on Thursdays. Okay, that man usually walks, right?
Walks the dog.
Walks the dog
At night.
at night. The dog at night, okay? My neighbor never cleans, right? Third person cleans cleans the windows. Yeah. Cleans the windows Fridays. And the last one, my sister often waters the plants on Sundays. Okay. So let's check.
What is the meaning of waters?
Water, regar. Why? Because here you have make dinner, and right here I have makes the dinner. So that's why it's wrong. Andrew always do the shopping on Thursday. It's not do, it's does.
That's the shopping.
Yes. Okay. My neighbor nevers. Okay, it's misspelled. Okay, but it's my neighbor never cleans the windows on Fridays. Okay, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna stop right here. It's 8:30. Let's go over the attendance. Remember that you have homework for tomorrow, okay? Homework for tomorrow, don't forget it. Don't forget your homework.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, let's see the attendance. Oscar Amaya,
Present.
Ever Campos,
Present.
Miguel Cruz,
Present.
Lenin Escobar,
Present.
Dani Escobar,
Present.
Douglas Flamenco, missing. Oscar Peñate,
Present.
Rogelio Guardado,
Present.
David Hernández,
Present.
Gabriel Hernández,
Present.
Mario Hernández,
Present, teacher.
Tomás Leonel,
Present.
Lee López,
Present.
William López. Okay, William had a problem, right? Okay, Kevin Martínez,
Present.
Nicolás Monge,
Present, teacher.
Maximiliano Monterrosa,
Present.
Boris Romero,
Present.
José Torres,
Present.
José Vázquez,
Present.
and Marvin Zúñiga.
Present.
Okay, guys. So this is it for today's lesson. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget your homework, okay? Have a great night.
Okay, you too. Good night.
Tomorrow, teacher.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Y que la Gaby ponga el nombre completo para la próxima.